and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am streaming to you from beautiful Canada here in Western beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. Everybody, we are looking at an IELTS listening section. We're going to be doing a computer-based IELTS listening test in this class. The topic will be a spa reservation for part 1 and the Aquarium for part 2. These materials, they're coming from, and this lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com and gltshelp.com. And I should make a correction. The materials are coming from our partner, Test Glider. In this case, I will show you exactly what I mean shortly. So if you're looking for academic IELTS materials, you can sign up for our premium package here. This is aehelp.com. Click the big red button to join the premium version of the course. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. For the general IELTS, it's gieltshelp.com. We'll come back here in just a bit for the listening. Those students who are premium users of our website, I'm sending you your Zoom links for Sunday's class and for Wednesday's class later today. So look out for those links. For those of you who are thinking about becoming a premium student, check out the premium classes here. Hi, Ariadna. Welcome, Deborah. Hi, Lois. Hi, Stan. Nice to have you in the lesson. Okay. Stan says, I was persuaded by your first body paragraph. Unfortunately, the second one didn't. Well, Stan, as long as one of those paragraphs persuaded you. All right. Good morning to you as well, Lois. All right. Juan, Maya, nice to have you in the class, everybody. On the websites, you can use this code VISIT9 for a 10% discount. You can get our apps from your app stores, Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help. Instagram is IELTS_AE Help and GIELTS Help. I will be posting our schedule for the upcoming week soon. It's the regular schedule. YouTube /AE Help /store. You can buy the premium package there. Patreon, we're just building that now for everybody. For those of you who like Patreon, I think a lot of people aren't even really sure what Patreon is, but anyway, it's just another way to get materials and help us help you. If you like to edit videos, then send us a CV. We're always looking for video editors. We have a video editing company as well. If you have questions about IELTS, Adrian at aehelp.com and admin at aehelp.com. Welcome, Arkna Gassemi. Apprendez la language français avec Nadia. Hi, Nadia. A little bit of French, sure. Canada is bilingual country. I don't speak very good French at all, but my daughter does. All right. So right now we're looking at listening, especially focusing on part 1 and part 2. This is new for me, everybody, so we're going to be doing this together. Tomorrow we'll do speaking part 2 for subscribers, and then speaking part 3 for everyone. Subscribe to the channel. Guys, girls, it's free and you get help to learn English and prepare for the IELTS. It makes sense. And we're always releasing new videos for you to look at. This one is actually a remastered video, but it's a good one. I'm feeling better, Dinesh, but I just still have this really annoying cough that seems to come back every now and then. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably going, it's COVID. Maybe. I don't know anymore. All right, so we're going to do IELTS listening by Test Glider, one of our partners. Great group of people out of South Korea. Let me show you what's going on here. So, okay, we're going to do the listening section. Now, the tips and strategies for the listening. Listen carefully. Visualize, include yourself in the information. This is going to be like a real computer-based practice exam. If some of you have done the computer-based IELTS then you'll be like, oh, that's exactly like my test. Just different topics, different questions. So again, this is our website, aehelp.com. If you decide to join the premium version, you can click that red button, or you can try it for free by clicking the green button, and then it just says, well, go to your My Student account, because I already have one and I'm logged in, but otherwise it'll ask you for your name. Now, everybody on the website, so we're going to the listening materials. Stay with me. Don't be like, oh, he's trying to sell me something. No, I'm not trying to sell you something. We're actually going to the listening materials, or maybe I am trying to sell you something, but we're going to the listening materials. So you have computer-based practice exams in our course. Now, these ones aren't exactly like the real exam, but we have a partner. We have a full online course, and we have study materials. We have like 200 videos for you in here, and for a lot of you, it only costs $25 for all of this, which is great. Now, on the right pane here, we've got Test Glider, our partners. These guys have made the best online computer-based simulator with AI assistance. And there are partners, so we can actually get a 40% discount for you when you buy their test. They have 8 exams. And the cool thing, and this is where, you know, like, oh, I don't want to pay any more money. The IELTS is already so expensive. I get you. I got it. Okay? Fine. You can use this green button, and it will actually give you a free exam, and we're going to use that free exam today. Okay. Deborah says, if it's COVID, the whole family might be infected. I think the whole world is infected. That sounds terrible. So I'm going to log into my Test Glider here, everybody. Boom. This is what Test Glider looks like. Okay, and they do TOEFL and they do IELTS. And we're going to do Test Glider for IELTS. And it says here, okay, it says new IELTS mock test. Oh, there, well, it used to say it there. There we go. New IELTS mock test released for Avocado. Official partners of IDP and the IELTS. They're a good company. They really are. They're our official partners as well. So we're going to go to this exam, the IELTS. We're going to go mock tests. And make sure you're finding IELTS if you're doing IELTS and not TOEFL. So it says resume your unfinished test. So you can create an account. Now this one is free. So I'm going to go to this one here. It's Avocado. This free test right here. I'm going to put on my headset because this is really like, I'm doing this with you. This is not off of our website, so we need to do this together. This is like a real listening test, okay? And so I've got my paper and my pen ready, okay, because I might need to take some notes here. Yes, in the computer-based exam, everybody, you have your note paper and your pen available. Okay. Now they've got lots of tests here. You can see like they've got 8 more. They got 9 now. Okay, so they've got tomato, carrot, paprika, mushroom, green pea, aubergine or eggplant, sweet potato, and turnip. I don't know why they named them vegetables and such, but it's kind of cute. Maybe it's that cute aspect of the South Korean culture. All right, we'll go for the avocado here. Now, when you're in your test materials, this is free. Everybody can do this by signing up. Now, if you decide to get Test Glider, again, I'm going to remind you, make sure you get it through our website because it's 40% cheaper. I think you'll probably see like a $50 price or something like that. 50 something dollars. But for us, it's just 27. Okay. Deborah, we do also have TOEFL, but we're not as involved in that right now. Anyway, but we do have TOEFL. Yes, TOEFLtesthelp.com. Okay, so we're going to go to the listening test. And it says, would you like to resume? I'm not going to resume. I was kind of looking at it yesterday when I was planning this class, but I'm not going to resume the test. I'm going to do it with you. Now, again, keep in mind, everybody, that if you've signed up for the computer-based test, it will sound exactly the same. So I'm going to put on my headset, and I'm going to listen carefully with you. We're going to answer the questions. We'll look at part 1 first, and then we'll look at part 2. So we're not going to rush. We're going to go one step at a time here. Have your pen and your paper ready. We're going to start fresh here. And then I'm not going to write the answers in because then it will spoil the fun for you. You're like, oh, that's the answer. Oh, that's the answer. So I'm not going to write the answers. So I'm going to fail miserably because I'm not giving the answers. But you write the answers and then we'll go through it again and I will put the answers in. Okay? What we discuss after. So here we go, everybody. Let's do this together. Okay? So let's do this exam. So we'll start a new one. Here we go. Okay, now this, from here on out, very similar to your real IELTS exam, okay? So in the real IELTS, there's an introduction and there's some instruction screens. Here you should be remembering your strategies to visualize, to take notes for certain questions, to not stress if you didn't answer all the questions, okay?
Please adjust the volume using the volume settings of your device. Click Next when you hear the sound clearly.
Everybody hear that? Did everybody hear the instructions there? Can I go to next? Okay.
Please adjust the volume using the volume settings of your device. Click Next when you hear the sound clearly.
Okay, Marnita says yes, I heard it. Okay, all right, shall we go? Agnes says yes. Okay, let's do it. Now, again, students, if you're sitting the computer-based IELTS, this is what you're looking at. Okay. You have these instructions, IELTS academic listening. You will have approximately 30 minutes to do the listening test. So the listening audio is somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes for all 4 parts. This is the full test. We're just going to do part 1 for now. And then we'll talk about it. We'll get the answers. We'll do part 2. Okay? Again, this is free for everybody. Instructions to test takers. Answer all the questions. You don't lose marks if you get a wrong answer. There's no negative marks. Okay, so you can change your answers at any time. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen. You might not actually see the bottom of my screen just because of the way I have it framed, but anyway, you can actually navigate through the bottom of the screen. We'll see. Information. There are 40 questions in this test. Each question carries 1 mark. There are 4 parts to the test. You will hear each part once. For each part of the test, there will be time for you to look through the questions and time for you to check your answers. You can prepare a piece of paper and pencil to take notes during this test. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's start the test.
Part 1. You will hear a woman calling about making a spa reservation. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6.
So at the bottom here, I can navigate through the questions. Okay, and I can jump to part 2. It says the Inverness Aquarium open to the public. So I can see it's an aquarium. Jump to part 3. It says stick insects. Okay, can jump to part 4. It says are altricial and precocial animals, whatever that means.
Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Now here I see it's a spa,
Hello,
bubble bath.
Romanesque Spa. Naomi speaking.
Good morning, my name is Amalia Mountbatten. I'm calling to arrange a spa day for my nieces and me. Do you have any special packages?
Yes, we certainly do. We currently have 5 special packages, or you can arrange your own custom package from our list of services.
Could you tell me about your prepared packages first?
Of course. The packages are called Basic, Standard, Lady, Princess and Empress.
Lovely. Well, it is for a special occasion. My nieces are both graduating from university this spring, so I think we can skip the first 2.
Splendid. Congratulations to the both of them. Are they graduating at the same time? Are they siblings?
Why, yes they are. They're sororal twins, so they're the same age, but they look somewhat different. Well, not exactly the same age. Morv is a minute older than Clarice, and she never lets her forget it.
All right, well, if we're going to ignore the first 2 options, The lady package includes a mud bath followed by a luxurious bubble bath and a full body massage. Then guests are free to lounge in our Roman baths.
Oh my! Are they real Roman baths?
Not exactly. The facilities are modelled on the actual Roman baths, but they're all modern construction.
Interesting. And how about the princess package? What does that include?
It has everything that is in the lady package, plus a waxing session after the massage.
Wow, okay. And what does the empress package include?
The Empress package includes the mud bath and the massage, but the full body massage is done with essential oils. It also includes a full nail session and an aromatherapy session.
That is impressive. And how much does each package cost per person?
The lady package costs £200 per person, the princess package costs £300 per person, and the Empress package costs £450 per person.
That sounds fairly reasonable. How long does each package take?
Not including lounging in the Roman baths. The lady package lasts about 4 hours, and the princess package is about 5 hours. However, the Empress package is basically an all-day affair. There is a 4-hour morning session, lunch, and then a 2-hour afternoon session, followed by the Roman baths.
That sounds decadent. And how do the custom packages work?
For a custom package, you can select any 4 of our services, and it costs £400 per person.
You now have some time to look at questions 7 to 10.
So these are questions 7 to 10 here. I know the screen got a little bit smaller. It's just so I could fit those questions 7 to 10 here. Let me see if I can copy those in for you into the chat.
Now, listen to the rest of the talk and answer questions 7 to 10.
All right, I think I already know what package I want to have. I would like to book the 3 of us for the Empress package. You mentioned that lunch would be provided.
Oh, yes. We offer 5 different meal options every day, including vegetarian and vegan options. However, the menu often changes depending on what produce is in season and what our head chef has a taste for.
I see, that sounds wonderful.
Okay, could you tell me your name and how it's spelt, please? And what were your nieces' names again?
I am Amalia Mountbatten, and they are Mauve and Clarice Mountbatten. It's spelt Mountbatten.
Thank you. And when would you like to visit our spa?
That is a good question. The graduation ceremony is on Friday, May 27th, and they will be busy that weekend with their friends. Are there any Saturday openings in early June?
Let me check. June 4th only has 2 openings for the Empress package, so that wouldn't work. June 11th is fully booked. Would you consider coming on a Sunday?
Oh, I guess that would be acceptable.
In that case, we can fit you in on June 5th at 8 a.m.
All right. And you are located in Bath, correct?
Yes, we are in Bath. We are near the intersection of Westgate Street and Union Street.
Isn't that near the original Roman baths?
Yes, it is. The museum is quite close, just a few minutes on foot.
I would love to see that, and I think the girls would enjoy it as well.
There are so many beautiful historical buildings in or around Bath.
All right, hopefully you got all the answers. This
Wonderful.
is just kind of the end
I
here.
think we may come up on Saturday and explore. Stay the night at a hotel and come to the spa on Sunday.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Fantastic. Now, can you recommend any hotels nearby?
Oh, yes. I can definitely help you with
Let me
that.
do this.
That is the end
I'm going to do
of part
something
1.
fun for us.
You now
here.
have some time to check your answers.
All right, and we'll check our answers. We're going to do this before we get into part 2. Let me, we'll go over the answers. I think I have them. Let's see if you have them. We'll talk about it. Okay, and again, this is my first time doing this with you here. So, let me do this. We'll go like that. Get Photoshop open. We'll close Test Glider for now. We'll come back to it in a second. So again, everybody, that was Test Glider. We'll come back. We'll answer those questions. Don't panic. Okay. I'm just going to go over the answers with you together. It's okay if you can't see them. If you're doing a good job, everybody, you should almost be able to answer this just from your notes. Look at this. I have notes. This is how I did it. You can kind of see it. I wrote it down, and then we'll go over these. So we'll do a new file here. Just give me a moment. I guess I can do this next time for... That's not what I'm looking at there. Just give me a second. Okay, and let's go like that. Just bear with me. Oh, that's why. I'll have to go back and do that again. Just give me 2 seconds here, everybody. So again, this is Test Glider. So it works like this. Okay. I'm going to log in again. What I'm doing right now, just so you're clear, is I'm taking a screenshot of the question so that we can go over it. So again, this is Test Glider. It's exactly like the computer-based exam. Okay. And we're just going into the mock tests. We're doing the free one, the avocado. It's the listening. We'll go resume, play sound. Okay, let's go next. Let's go start the test. So
Part
this
1.
is it. This is what we
You will
just
hear a
did.
woman calling
Okay.
about making a
I'm
spa
just gonna do a
reservation.
print screen
First,
here.
you have some time
We
to look at
shouldn't
questions
need
1.
this anymore. Okay, I'm gonna go in here. You're gonna see what I'm doing, and it'll be good. Okay, so we'll take that out. By the way, maybe you saw everybody there that the bottom pieces, and then let me just do this. So part 1, we'll call this, and we'll save it. And then now you'll see what I'm doing. You're like, that's where he's going with this. Okay, so here we go. All right, there are the questions that we just looked at. Okay, so this is an image, so I can't type in here, but I'll get your answers. We'll go through the answers and see how you did. Okay, everybody's with me? All right. So these were the questions. It's in our course material now. For when we do part 3 and 4 next week, I'll do this in advance, so you don't have to. So you don't have to do this. Okay. All right. So it's a spa session. Okay. I can zoom in to different parts here a little bit so you can see it better, maybe, if you need to. But did anybody kind of see the question, or can you see the questions? I know that the font is a little bit small here, so I can increase the size here temporarily. Of course, it's hard to get this whole form, but again, students, keep in mind here that we're working with the format that the real IELTS is. I didn't write any of the answers into the actual computer here. I just wrote them down on on my note paper. Okay, because I don't want to spoil the fun for you. So here, the discussion was between a mother and administrator for spa services, right? Okay, and basically there were 5 types of spa packages. Anybody remember what those 5 spa packages were? Okay, there were 5. There was the basic, standard, lady, princess, watch the spelling, and empress. Now these are the names of the packages, so they should be capital, right? Everybody good? So the spa packages that they were interested in were the latter 3, right? Because it's a special occasion. So number 1, that includes the bubble bath, the full body massage, and the relaxing at the Roman baths. That one was the number 1. Maya says that one was the lady package. Yes. So number 1, the word that you needed there was lady. Right? Okay, everybody agrees? That's what I got. So if you got lady, now I don't know the answers yet, everybody. So this is the exciting part. We're going to check and see how we did later on. Okay, we'll have the answer key when we're finished the entire test. We don't know this yet. Okay, but these are our answers, so write this down onto a separate piece. Okay. The second package included a mud bath, a bubble bath, the full body massage. This one was called for number 2. That's right, Ariadna. This one was called the Princess package, right? With 2 S's. Princess. Everybody can see the letters that I'm writing? Yes, it's good. It's clear. Okay. All right. Good. Now, here, obviously, we had the services, right? So what is included? A service 2, service 3, service 4, service 5. So the different services that are in the package. Now here we had bubble bath, we had the full body massage, and then what else was included? What was number 3? Anybody catch that? Now this is no more than 2 words and or a number. Number 3 was one of the more tricky answers. Lois says it was the waxedium. Yeah. Everybody got waxing? Let me see what other ones coming in. Okay. Let's see what the services are that it shows, just so we know that we're not repeating a service which is shown. Let me miniaturize this there. So it has the relaxing at the Roman baths, full body massage, and then waxing session. Yeah, I would put waxing session in here as well, for sure. Now, I also heard essential oils. Okay. Essential oils are a product, though, not a service. And so let's do essential oils or waxing service. Okay, waxing service. Waxing service. It should be 2 words. Okay, so waxing service or session. All right. Now, last was the Empress package. The Empress package had the mud bath, the full body massage with what was this one? So number 3, waxing session. Number 4, essential oils. Very good, Ariadna. Very good, Carla. That's what I got too. Essential oils. Full body massage with essential oils. Essential oils, spelt like that. Okay. And then number 5 was, what did everybody get for number 5? Yeah, a nail session. That's what I got too. A nail session, which is also called a pedicure, by the way, a pedicure. Okay. And then the 6th question. So the 6th question was the price. What was the price of this package? It was expensive. I was like, whoa, really? Ooh, 3 people? You're spending that much money on it? But that was it. That was the price. £450. You don't need the sign pounds. It was 450. Sidra, I wish 45. I don't think you can get any kind of spa service in England or Canada for $45. It was 450. Okay, and then you had a little bit of time for the 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 was the logistics. So let's see what you got for that. Okay. So here's 7, 8, 9. They make a reservation, right? And the package type, what do they decide to go with? So question 7 here was what they decided to go with here. Okay. Sidra had a good laugh on that. Yeah. So they went with the Empress package. Again, it's the name. So pay attention to the capital letters here, everybody, because if you're writing a small e, you could get that wrong. It's the name of the package. So it's Empress with a big E. If you write a small e, you can test this and tell me. I'm not going to put that answer in, but you can try that and see if it gives you the correct mark. If it does, you're kind of lucky. You won't always be that lucky. Okay, and then the name, and she spells the name. The guests are Amelia, Maeve, and Clarice Mountbatten. That's right, Lois, and it's spelled Mountbatten. Mountbatten. Okay, let me shrink this back down a bit, and then we'll do that. You can see it a little bit better. All right, and then there was some chitter chatter, and they talked about this and that, and then they finally made the reservation. The date was June something at something. Make sure you put this into the correct spaces for number 9 and number 10. It's 2 numbers here, okay? So it was June. I believe it was June 5th, not 15th. I heard June 5th as well. Juan, Ariadna, yes. So June 5th at 8 a.m. That's what I heard. And you just need the number here, 8, because you have a.m. already given. Don't write a.m. when they already give you that. Students, it's a very important tip for the IELTS. 8 a.m. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do now for all of you, and this is great practice, is we're going to listen again. We're going to put in the answers, and then we'll listen to part 2 and do the answers. I won't put in the answers for part 2 because I don't want to wreck the fun for everybody, but we can take these answers for part 1 and put it in. So let's listen again, and let's do this. Okay, so again, this is coming from our website. This is from our partners, Test Glider. Test Glider is great. You get a 40% discount if you buy it from our website. Basically, we send you a code. So you go buy now, you pay money, you get a code. I'll show you how that works real quick. So if you want these practice exams, you go buy now. For me, it's $36 Canadian because it's $27 US. You pay, and then you get a code from us, and then you get access to Test Glider for 6 months. It's a 6-month access to Test Glider. Okay? All right. Anyway, this is the free test that they include. So we'll jump back. We'll log in. Okay. And then we'll continue the exam. And this time we'll put the answers in. So for those of you who didn't catch all of that, just listen again. Here we go, everybody. Let's do this. So we'll start it again, and then we'll put it in. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Part 1. You will hear a woman calling about making a spa reservation. First, you have some time to look at questions 1
I'm going to try
to
to
6.
make this as big as possible for everybody so you can kind of see it all. Okay, so it's 2 words. Let me see if I can make it a little bit better for you. Yeah, it's tough because I can't scroll. It looks exactly like your computer-based exam, by the way. Okay. So
Now,
here we go.
listen carefully and
I'll
answer
put the
questions
answers
1
in now
to
as
6.
they say them. Okay.
Hello, Romanesque Spa. Naomi speaking.
Good morning. My name is Amalia Mountbatten. I'm calling to arrange a spa day for my nieces and me. Do you have any special packages?
Yes, we certainly do. We currently have 5 special packages, or you can arrange your own custom package from our list of services.
Could you tell me about your prepared packages first?
Of course. The packages are called Basic, Standard, Lady, Princess, and Empress.
Lovely. Well, it is for a special occasion. My nieces are both graduating from university this spring, so I think we can skip the first two.
Splendid. Congratulations to the both of them. Are they graduating at the same time? Are they siblings?
Why, yes, they are. They're sororal twins, so they're the same age, but they look somewhat different. Well, not exactly the same age. Mauve is a minute older than Clarice, and she never lets her forget it.
All right, well, if we're going to ignore the first two options, the lady package includes a mud bath followed by a luxurious bubble bath and a full body massage. Then guests are free to lounge in our Roman baths.
Oh my! Are they real Roman baths?
Not exactly. The facilities are modelled on the actual Roman baths, but they're all modern construction.
Interesting. And how about the princess package? What does that include?
It has everything that is in the lady package, plus a waxing session after the massage.
Wow, okay. And what does the Empress package include?
The Empress package includes the mud bath and the massage, but the full body massage is done with essential oils. It also includes a full nail session and an aromatherapy session.
That is impressive. And how much does each package cost per person?
The lady package costs £200 per person, the princess package costs £300 per person, and the Empress package costs £450 per person.
That sounds fairly reasonable. How long does each package take?
Not including lounging in the Roman baths. The lady package lasts about 4 hours, and the princess package is about 5 hours. However, the Empress package is basically an all-day affair. There is a 4-hour morning session, lunch, and then a 2-hour afternoon session, followed by the Roman baths.
That sounds decadent. And how do the custom packages work?
For a custom package, you can select any 4 of our services, and it costs £400 per person.
You now have some time to look at questions 7 to 10.
Okay, so 7 to 10 are those questions below. The package type. Again, let me try to make it a bit smaller here so that you can see those last few questions. So it's the package type. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Package type that they choose, the family name, and the date of their spa session.
Now, listen to the rest of the talk and answer questions 7 to 10.
All right. I think I already know what package I want to have. I would like to book the 3 of us for the Empress package. You mentioned that lunch would be provided.
Oh, yes. We offer 5 different meal options every day, including vegetarian and vegan options. However, the menu often changes depending on what produce is in season and what our head chef has a taste for.
I see. That sounds wonderful.
Okay, could you tell me your name and how it's spelt, please? And what were your nieces' names again?
I am Amalia Mountbatten, and they are Mauve and Clarice Mountbatten. It's spelt Mountbatten.
Thank you. And when would you like to visit our spa?
That is a good question. The graduation ceremony is on Friday, May 27th, and they will be busy that weekend with their friends. Are there any Saturday openings in early June?
Let me check. June 4th only has 2 openings for the Empress package, so that wouldn't work. June 11th is fully booked. Would you consider coming on a Sunday?
Oh, I guess that would be acceptable.
In that case, we can fit you in on June 5th at 8 a.m.
All right. And you are located in Bath, correct?
Yes, we are in Bath. We are near the intersection of Westgate Street and Union Street.
Isn't that near the original Roman baths?
Yes, it is. The museum is quite close, just a few minutes on foot.
I would love to see that, and I think the girls would enjoy it as well.
There are so many beautiful historical buildings in or around Bath. You could easily sightsee for an entire day.
Wonderful. I think we may come up on Saturday and explore. Stay the night at a hotel and come to the spa on Sunday.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Fantastic. Now, can you recommend any hotels nearby?
Oh, yes.
Excuse me.
I can definitely help you with that.
That is the end of part 1. You now have some time to check your answers.
Okay, so at this time, everybody, I check my answers, and Carla's asking about capitals. You can write all capitals, but it's better to be accurate. So lady, L-A-D-Y with a big L. And Juan, you're absolutely right. Look at the other words and what they use. So they use capitals because these are the names of the services and the packages. So I use a big P, princess package, just like they have a big E, big P, right? Same with essential oils. I'm using all capitals for those. Okay. Now here, session is in small. They might not be super adamant about the capitals there, but it's best to be on the safe side. So generally, it's not going to matter much. So nail session, waxing session. Again, I'm following that. 450. They give me pounds there, so I'm not including that. Empress, big E, Mountbatten, spelling is correct. 5th, 8 a.m. Okay, so excuse me. So I check all of the answers
Part
there,
2.
and now I
You
can
will
go
hear
to
a
part
tour
2.
guides trainer called Vincent talking to a group of new tour guides. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14.
Okay, so multiple choice. I'm paying attention to the questions. Okay, the Inverness Aquarium open to the public. Why does the aquarium only have small sharks? How can tour guides get basic information? I'm visualizing the sharks and I'm thinking what they will say. The aquarium just has little sharks because. What reason does the speaker give for limiting the tour group to 8 people? Now again, I can move around in the questions at any time.
Now,
Okay.
listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 14.
Greetings and welcome to the Inverness Aquarium. My name is Vincent and I will be your tour guide trainer today. The Inverness Aquarium was founded in 1978 on the site of the former Inverness Fisheries Market. It welcomed its first visitors in 1980 and it was expanded to its current size in 1990. The aquarium grew rapidly and it now has habitat exhibits that contain marine life from Loch Ness and River Ness, as well as the Moray Firth, Scotland's largest bay. During your training, we will visit each and every exhibit and you will have the opportunity to help feed some of our animals. The feeding presentations change daily, but I believe today you are in luck as we will be feeding the sharks. They are not large sharks. Unfortunately, most large species do not fare well in tanks and soon die, but it should be exciting all the same. As a tour guide, you will need to have thorough knowledge about every exhibit so you can explain them to visitors. You don't have to necessarily be an expert on every species, but it helps to know a little about them all. If you visit our employee website, you can find general information about each exhibit that is updated as exhibits are added. To get even more detailed information about a particular exhibit or species, I recommend talking to one of our marine biologists. Our tour groups are limited to 8 people. We do this for 2 reasons. First, it prevents large tour groups from blocking the view of the exhibits for other visitors. Second, it better accommodates tour groups that are composed of people who know each other, like families or friends, which makes for a more comfortable experience.
You now have some time to look at questions 15 to 20.
Okay, so again, I noticed that the screen's a bit small. You might have to zoom in, but let's go to the next question. So 15 to 20, we've got the map type question, okay? So visualize this, this map. I'm going to try to fit as much screen real estate as possible. So we've got the aquarium here. Go from the top left towards the right. So top left to right, down. So A,
Now,
B,
listen
C,
to the rest of the talk
D,
and answer questions 15
E, F,
to
G,
20.
H. So we're moving this way.
Now, if you look at the map I just handed out, you will see the layout of the aquarium buildings. I want you to follow me as I show you the route that you will be taking your tour groups on. We are currently standing in the middle of the lobby, which you can see at the bottom centre of the map. On your left, you can see the ticketing counter, which is where you'll meet your tour groups. Please make sure that everyone in your group has an aquarium map before you begin the tour. As we leave the lobby, you can see the gift shop directly in front of you. Turn left and walk with me to the intersection. On our left, next to the lobby, is the canteen. Both visitors and staff are welcome to come here for a snack or a meal. The canteen serves various sandwiches, salads, and beverages. Across the hall from the canteen is our first exhibit hall, Highland Lakes and Loch Ness Hall. The tanks in here replicate the habitats in and around those bodies of water, and they contain many of the fish, insects, and other wild creatures that can be found in them or along their shores. The fish include northern pike, Atlantic salmon, trout, and Arctic char. If your tour group asks, yes, we have a Loch Ness Monster exhibit, but sadly, no Nessie. After we exit the first exhibit hall, you can see the entrance to the River Ness, and Lowlands Hall is right in front of us. Now, as we leave that room, the restrooms are located on our left, and the Ness Estuary and Bewley Firth Hall is on our right. Straight ahead, you can see the covered walkway that connects to the aquarium's other buildings. Halfway down the walkway on the right is the Seabird Aviary. Here you can see examples of the many seabirds that call our area home. The most popular exhibit in the aviary is the Atlantic puffins. These adorable creatures are one of our biggest attractions, so your group may want to stay here for a while. Next, we will continue down the walkway to reach the Marine Building. The room on the left holds the Cliffs and Beaches exhibits, while the one on the right contains our largest tanks that hold the larger animals found in the Moray Firth and the ocean. This is where the sharks are, and here is Sarah McClure, our shark expert, ready to feed them.
That is the end of part 2. You now have some time to check your answers.
All right, everybody, now check those answers, right? So here, basically, hopefully you were visualizing and going through the aquarium with this tour guide trainer. We started at the lobby right here. We moved this way, up into this room, out here this way, up through this way, then this way. Did everybody follow that journey with the arrow that I just drew? Okay, so really important to pay attention to the pieces like these doors where you can enter and exit the exhibit, right? Also pay attention to logic. Restrooms, the toilets, they're not going to be huge. They're going to be small, something like B, okay? And usually you have the female and male washrooms next to each other, so it would make sense to have it as B, right? IELTS follows logic. Everybody catch that, right? So the map represents logic. They're not going to tell you that this is the washroom, okay? Because why would an aquarium dedicate a quarter of its building to a washroom? And then where's the female and male washroom?
Called
right?
Beverly and
okay.
William.
This would not be a washroom.
On stick insects.
All right.
First, you have some time to look at questions.
So I have to. Unfortunately, there's
24.
no pause buttons. I don't think here, because we're actually doing the test. This is what we did a little bit different in our exam. So we also have computer-based practice exams on our website. We've got 6 of them, everybody, and you can see that they're here. The one difference that we implemented on our websites, because it's for learning materials, is it's kind of the same pattern as the official exam, but you can actually pause it so that you can study and learn. So for learning study purposes, definitely the practice exams on the website are really, really effective. For simulating the real exam, the test glider exams are really effective. And we'll go through these answers in just a moment. But again, just an important tip here, everybody. There are, the correct steps to preparing for your IELTS test. If I had to do the IELTS exam in 1 or 2 months, what I would do is I would get the premium access to our website. I would start with the practice exams and with the course and with the videos. And then once I did that, and once I got a really good idea of what I need to do, then I would spend another $27 US on Test Glider and then I would do those practice exams and check my score. And Test Glider uses AI to assess your writing and your speaking. Does everybody get that? Does everybody kind of follow me there on that? Okay. And again, so some of you are like, oh, he's trying to sell me stuff. No, not really. Yes, I am, but it's for your own good. So I'm trying to tell you how I would invest my money and plan my strategy for getting ready. Everybody understand that? So I recommend using our computer-based practice exams just because you can pause them, think about it, listen again. It's better for practice. It's hard if you have to just keep listening. And then I would use the full online academic course. I'd watch the videos, get all the right strategies, and then I would go and get Test Glider and go through the tests. And then you can maximize your score. Okay? So that would be my strategy for sure. And you can do it all for about $50 US, which is 1/6 the cost of your IELTS test. Anyway, let's do this. Let's answer these questions. So again, all I did, everybody, was just notes like this. Okay, I don't know if you can kind of see that, but so there's my part 1, there's my part 2 answers. Okay. We'll go through the answers now. So I'll copy paste it. I'll have to jump back here to Test Glider again, and we'll go through questions 11 to 20. Okay, just give me one moment here. I will get going here with the exams. Okay, so we did avocado, listening. Let's see if we can resume. Yeah, it doesn't matter because we can always move. So this is just like the real computer-based exam. You can always move around the questions. Okay, so it doesn't matter that we're on question 21 to 24.
You will
so
hear
I can
two
jump
biology
back.
students
Okay.
called Beverly
So
and William
I can do a print
discussing
screen
their
there.
project on stick insects. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24.
Okay, and start kind of listening to that. Okay, while I do this. Okay, and then we'll do this. And you know what? Let's not spoil it because this is for next week. We'll get all of the answers. Okay. All right. So let me just grab these for us, and then we can go through the answers. Okay. All right, and I can even get more real estate going here. All right, let me do it this way, and then you'll see all of these, okay? So, let's do this. So this is part 2A questions. These are the multiple choice. And then we'll do part 4. Or part 2B, sorry. I'll save a copy. Part 2B. JPEG it to the desktop. And then let's insert these. Okay. So we'll go over these together. And get the right answers, or hopefully the right answers. We'll find out all the answers next week, but you'll get it. You'll get it. I'm pretty sure we're doing the right job here. And if you can't wait for the answers, you can always just try the full test on your own. Okay, so here's A, and then we'll also insert B here for everybody. Okay, and we'll go through the answers. Insert picture. And for next week, for again listening 3 and 4, I'll do this in advance so you can get even more into the strategies. Okay, so here are the questions for the first bit of part 2. Okay, Sidra says, I can only see white paper. That's okay. That's why I didn't hold it there, Sidra, for my notes. I basically just wrote down the answers in a couple of notes. Okay. All right. So everybody, the Inverness Aquarium opened to public in what? A, 1978, B, 1980, or C, 1990. What was the correct answer there? Hopefully many of you got that. Okay. Ariadna says B. Dari says A. Single and Savvy at 40 says B. Sidra says B. Juan Pablo says 1980. Yeah, the correct answer, everybody, is B. Okay, so you check mark that. It's B. It's 1980. My birth year. Yes, so it was built in 1978, or founded in 1978, but it didn't open to the public until 1980, right? And the question is asking, when did it open? It opened to the public in 1980. You have to be patient, so careful not to be too quick. So yes, the answer here is 1980. Okay, now in the IELTS, in the computer base, pay attention. The questions go this way. So left to right and then to down. Okay. So why does the aquarium only have small sharks? Now on my notes, so in my notes that you can't see because it's just a white paper, as Sidra said, I actually wrote down big sharks big sharks die. I don't know what you wrote down, but I wrote down big sharks die in captivity. Big sharks die in tanks. Right? So basically the guy training the guides is like, yeah, we don't keep big sharks because they don't really do all that well in the big tanks. So I didn't actually, so if you're wondering, I wasn't actually looking at the choices. So I'm just about to figure out the answer based on what I wrote down, okay? And for multiple choice, that's the trick. You're always listening for your answer that you get. So big sharks die is my what I wrote down. So something has to match that. Large sharks often eat small sharks and fish. No. Large sharks are dangerous for the stat. Large sharks kept in tanks do not live very long. I think C is the one that was closest, right? Large sharks die. So I'm going to pick C because that I think is the best answer. Right? Okay. All right. So the next one here, again, I didn't actually pick the choice. I just wrote it all down. That's what I use my notes for. So notes are really good for multiple choice this way. How can tour guides get basic information? Does anybody know what I wrote down? I just wrote down one word for this. So simple updates or information. Can anybody guess? I know you have an idea of what. Yeah, exactly, Lois. I just wrote down the word. Exactly. Good job, Lois. Thumbs up. I just wrote down the word website. So all I'm looking for here is from the website, right? So here, anything that matches the website will be the correct answer. They can purchase a book from the gift shop. They can find a general guide on the employee website. They can talk to the aquarium's marine biologist website. So it was B for 13. Okay? Find a general guide on the website. I just wrote down website. Okay, and they said basic information is always updated on the website. You can just go there. All right. And I think if you want to find out, the only time they need to talk to the marine biologist is for like special questions, right? Which makes sense. Okay. Now, number 14. What reason does the speaker give for limiting the tour groups to 8 people? Again, I had 2 here because I don't know which one's going to be correct. So one reason and another reason. And my notes, so I don't pay attention. This is the trick. I don't pay attention to this because it's really hard to pay attention to all that information while I'm listening. So I just keep simple notes that answer this question. what do you think my notes say? And again, you might be able to guess it. You can't see it because it's the letters don't show up on the camera for you. It's too tiny. But you might be able to guess what I had in my notes. So, what do you think? I just had a couple words. They're still there. Yeah, they're there. There's just a couple words for each one. What do you think were my notes? You should have these notes if you're my regular students. Oleg says see exhibits. I actually had something different, Oleg, but it's close. Lois says prevent blocking, family company. Yeah, so my answer was, I just wrote down block view and familiar group. That's what I had for my notes. The two reasons they like to keep it 8 or less is if they have a lot of people, people can't see, and if they have a lot of people, people don't know each other. Right? Block view, familiar group. That's all I have in my notes. And that's much faster and easier to write that down than trying to figure all this out. So in English, students, your notes have to be in English. Don't write it in your own language. It's really bad to jump between languages during a language exam, especially one like IELTS that's higher level. Okay? No switching. So for example, Lois, if you're doing the exam, no switching between Mandarin and English. Okay, you have to do your notes in English. I'm not saying that you do, but I'm just as an example. Or Juan, if you're doing the exam, no switching between Spanish and English. You have to take your notes. So don't write blocking view in Spanish, right? Okay, everybody got that? You write it in English, block view. Okay, so A, it makes sure that other visitors can still see the exhibits. It is difficult for tour guides to keep track of more people. It prevents people from bringing their families or friends. So this kind of seems weird. This one could be possible, but it's not mentioned. The correct answer here is A. Right? Okay. So B, C, B, A. Those would be my answers. Sultan says, I don't get it. Sultan, what don't you get, my good man? The strategy or the way to do it? So for multiple choice questions, take notes in English to answer the question. So step 1, make sure to review the question during the review time. Turn it into a statement. So instead of why does the aquarium only have small sharks, we only keep small sharks. And he doesn't say we only keep small sharks. He actually says we don't like keeping large sharks because, right? So it's still a statement, right? And then once you've looked during the preparation time at the questions, while you listen, take some simple notes to answer these questions. It's much easier than trying to read all of this information and figuring out what they're saying. Now, do you get it, Sultan? If not, again, for those of you, I really recommend our premium package on our website, okay? Sidra says, yeah, I kind of got that now. All right, good. Okay, so now we get to the map type question, and you're going to see it better here. So this is the Inverness Aquarium. First, they will basically tell you where you're starting. So you're starting in the lobby, right here. Okay, that's your start point. Red X marks the spot. Okay, that's your start point. Okay. Now, they say across from the lobby is the gift shop. So 15. Okay, Sultan says I got that now. Okay, good. So here, the tip is visualize, use logic, and pay attention to prepositions like across. Pay attention to the details. You have entry doors and you have exit doors. Right? It's an aquarium. I'm sure most of you have been to a museum or an aquarium, and you know that you go in one side and often come out on a different side. So you have to picture yourself standing there and walking around with this person for your tour guide training. Did everybody picture themselves? Did all of you see an aquarium? Did you see some colorful tropical fishes, sea anemones, rays, sharks, jellyfish, all those beautiful different sea creatures, octopus? Did you see yourself in the Inverness Aquarium? Did you see yourself moving around in the aquarium? Super important, right? So number 15 was across from the lobby is the gift shop. So that was F. Okay. Sandra says, no, only the map. Well, it's not going to help. Okay. A map is only as good as you putting yourself into the map. Okay. So coming out of the gift shop, so you started here at the lobby. You went into, or you saw the gift shop that was across. You went into, which is kind of a weird place for the gift shop. It should be somewhere here. But anyway, you went into G. G was the Highland Lakes Loch Ness Park. And then it said, as we get out of the exhibit, we move into a hallway. Okay. And as we move down the hallway and into the next building, on the left are the bathrooms. So the bathrooms had to be B. Right? They did describe this room as well. So he told us what this room is here. It just wasn't any of the answers. Okay. So the bathrooms was B. And then we move across this kind of section that links these two buildings. He talks about that you've got two buildings that's linked kind of by this hallway passage. And to the right, as we move through the corridor, I think he called this a corridor. Corridor. So as we move through the corridor, before we get to the corridor was H, which was the Ness estuary. So 18 was H that I got in my notes. And then as we move through the corridor, it was the seabirds aviary, E. And then last but not least, as we're kind of in the last building here, he talked about C as the cliffs and beaches exhibit. So that's what I got. Hopefully you got the same, F, G, B, H, E, C, because I would bet $100 that I have all of those correct. And I'm pretty sure I would win. Okay, so F, G, B, H, E, C. So we moved again through this aquarium in this fashion. Okay. All right, students, the suspense is not over because we are going to complete this listening exam through Test Glider next week on the same day. On Friday, we'll do part 3 and part 4, the more challenging parts, okay? And I will give you strategies for those parts as well. And then we'll see if we got it right. I have not completed this test and checked the marks, so this is as much of a mystery for me as it is for you. I've kind of made notes of all of the questions, and we'll briefly breeze through these first two parts again on Friday, just so that we can fill in all the correct answers. But yeah, that's it. On Friday, we'll answer the questions as we go, and then we'll get the final mark, and then we can talk about it, so we don't have to keep listening and listening and listening, right? But Lois says, I believe you. Okay. So if you can't wait, though, students, if you can't wait for Friday, again, this is a free exam, so you don't have to pay anything. You can do it all on your own and kind of cheat for part 3 and 4. If you don't want to cheat and you want part 3 and 4 to be a surprise, just like for me, then you'll wait for Friday. I will wait for Friday. I promise you this. But that's on the website. There you go. And again, only if you get it through us do you get that 40% off. You will not get that 40% through Test Glider's page. Through Test Glider page, it's going to be like $59 US or something like that. It's I don't want to say expensive. I think it's still worth it, but it's definitely more. With us, it's currently 27 USD. So think about that. And then you'll get 8 more of these practice exams, okay? Again, the best place to start is with our website, because Test Glider is great, but again, it's hard to use for preparation because you can't really pause, and you just have to keep doing it again and again, right? So to join our premium IELTS package, click the big red button at aehelp.com to join now. And then you get 6 more practice exams, 200 videos or more, fully interactive course, etc. that gets you ready for that test. Okay, you learn a lot of vocabulary, grammar, techniques. A general IELTS, same idea, gieltshelp.com, and then Test Glider, and you're off to the races. You're getting ready for your test. To go through our website, to go through Test Glider, I would say 2 weeks of full-time study, so 6 to 8 hours a day, easily. Okay, all right, everybody with me on that? Yeah. Okay, students, so that's it for today. I'm back tomorrow with speaking part 2 here on YouTube. That will be fun. The topic is a business idea. It should be an interesting one. You might get a good business idea. So put on your thinking caps, your business ideas, and then we'll do part 3 through the website, the live streaming through the website. Okay, everyone? So use the websites. Free materials are good, but having all the paid materials definitely, I mean, you get what you pay for. That's the saying, right? aehelp.com, gieltshelp.com. aehelp.com for academic, gieltshelp.com for general. Use the course, use Test Glider. We're here to help. Have an awesome day. You're all beautiful people. Never let anybody tell you otherwise. Keep your chin up and move forward. Much love to all of you, wherever you are in the world today. Bye for now, everyone.